Hello everyone! Do you remember how did you spend your lockdown days? Is this how your corona lockdown days look like? Having online classes at home, working from home, enjoying some best moment alone or with your family? During a pandemic, the safest place for anyone should be his or her home. But did you know, not everyone will safe in the house. Not everyone goes through the same pandemic. Did you know anything about the hidden pandemic? There are some people who did not spend their lockdown days happily at home. They suffered throughout the time in financial crisis, domestic violence, homeless, and helpless. In April, there was a case of a 40-year-old woman who was beaten up repeatedly by her jobless husband. Average 63 calls and messages were received by Women AIDS organization every week during the pandemic. For women with abusive spouse, their home is anything but a safe haven. There are women who were abused, killed. If you Google, you will find out that the virus pandemic do not only have impact on the economy. The impact on domestic abuse are consequential to the society as well. Do you know how it feels when a house is no longer a home? Single mothers, daily wage workers without any marketable skills are among the hardest hit by the pandemic.
Pernah, tak ada langsung duit nak makan. Kami cuba pinjam dari kawan pun sama-sama susah. Kami biasanya jual barang rumah, macam tong gas.
All this leads us to one simple question. Has all these problems always been there? Did it get worse because what we have done was not enough? Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Eva. Growing up in a city with mixed culture, Kuala Lumpur has been a mixing pot where I am lucky to see how different is different social hierarchy. I have seen independent women building up their own business. I have also seen women who suffered from domestic violence, single mother, and women who suffer from issues. As a woman, being in different roles has not been easy. We are expected to be good in multiple responsibilities nowadays. But if this is already hard, what about the one who was unfortunate? So, in order to find out the solution to the problem, we have to get to the roots, speak to the woman, stand on their perspective, know what they want, and understand their needs. And here's what we can do. Changes, impact, empower. Introducing Women Empowerment Center. Woman means us in Mandarin, which brings out the meaning women will be all in this together. The big idea of women was to help all women to achieve empowerment in all kinds of solutions. The elements of women empowerment begins in financial independence, economic empowerment, and mindfulness. Women will be a space to encourage independence and also achieving the power in every woman. Located at Petaling Street, which is also known as the Chinatown of Kuala Lumpur, where it usually gathers crowd in different income. It has a strategic location for all types of women for its convenience. And as you can see, there are a lot of food stalls located along the street. Therefore, starting with the woman market at the facade, a good location for both female vendors and customers, a market that encourages women entrepreneurs, operated similar to the traditional market. The individual booth in woman market is inspired by the traditional street food stall, which can be seen everywhere in Malaysia. The traditional booth were less convenient for women and the ergonomic does not suit women's standing position. The woman food stall will fix the ergonomic problem and it can save up a lot of space. Structure built in rattan and steel, which form into a cylinder cage shape. Candlelight yellow on the booth represents symbol of strength and perseverance. Continuum red by Nippon Paint, a mixture of brown and pink that represent a power produced when a tough woman brings up another woman that needed help. And also, the materials are fully recyclable, which contributes back to the environment. Woman Market was designed to encourage women in entrepreneurship to rely on their own, to look up and take care of each other. The objective was to create a better environment for female market vendors even when they are with the kids. The booth are able to make sure the safety of themselves and other women as well. It will be mainly for female vendors, independent women, single mothers. Up next, The Baju Market is located at the mezzanine floor. It is inspired by the Malaysia national flower, the hibiscus. The hibiscus symbolizes courage and life, and the petals represent unity of people. To create a symmetrical flower, the petals will form into a blooming flower shape. Each petal features an individual at the tip, and it will be illuminated by natural lighting. The individual booth will then form into a flower bloom shape that represents the bloom in every girl. Up next, on the ground floor of Women will gather all the public spaces like the market, inquiry center, counseling, beauty studio, merchandise, empowerment center, and cooking studio. On the mezzanine floor, there will be Baju Market, Women Cafe, meeting room, library, and merchandise room. And the first floor will be all the private areas like the communal living lobby and dorm rooms. For circulation, public spaces are located at the lower floors and private spaces are located at the higher floors. As for solution, the first stage of programming breaks into 4 stages: to feel accepted, to reconnect, to empower, to contribute to the community, giving them skill training on real-life experience, motivational support, solid knowledges, and provide them a home. Moving forward, the information counter is open for public to get started to know about women, where all the information can be reached here. Donation counters are located here so that the public can donate and give a hand for those who needed help. Empowering women through skills is not enough. Several analyses on gender differences have shown that women are superior in emotion than men. Therefore, an open counseling space is designed for women to give and receive encouragement. According to study, design can affect our moods and thoughts. Therefore, the open counseling station is designed along with the color psychology that helps in healing and empowering. Green by Nippon Paint that represent hope, growth, reassurance, and then red that represent desire, optimistic, and energy. Right, up next, bonka. It means a center point of a space. And how is this a bonka? Research shown that financial issue occurs in 99% of domestic violence. So, in order to solve financial issue, the entrepreneur and skill training are the key to get them out from the situation and be financially independent. Basic useful skill like cooking and baking is provided, and ways to start entrepreneurship to find a way for society to value them and achieve self-love. Also, not just classes, the big idea was to transform. Guess what we are transforming? Transforming not just women, but also the space into multiple usage on a different time. As we all know that the space in Kuala Lumpur is very limited, therefore a multifunctional space is needed to promote the art of space saving. It can be a cook and bake studio, flea market space, storage space, meeting area, and more, all by using the hinge and lift mechanism. Up next, the beauty studio, where we heal and reconnect. First off, thank you Nippon Pink for providing me different shades of pink that represent different types of women, which shown the strength produced when all women gathers together and form in one. The beauty studio provides budget and convenience beauty service in the center of a busy city in order to bring women to connect to public and prepare them to shine on their own. Up next, scientific psychology proven that learning powerful lessons from those who succeed can inspire us. Therefore, the Empowerment Center aims to be a gallery of success stories of women where it can provide motivational energy to the women in need. The space will be transformable as well, where it can be closed and used as a closed classroom for small seminars and event talks. Multifunctional book rack which is movable, and panel design in pattern customized to show the unites of all women in the shade of yellow by Nippon Paint, where it represents positivity, clarity, energy, and optimism in psychology. Up next, communal living in a city is actually hardly a departure from tradition, but we can use it to help the women in need. 41% of the women in Malaysia has experienced sexual harassment. Single mothers find it hard to have a proper and safe space to live. Therefore, the affordable rental and safe living space are able to help women to get through their hardship stage, and also has the tremendous potential to create a community for women. The information and common area with smart gadgets available for those who needed to use the technologies. It is also a space to get together and encourage each other as well. Combination of contrast colors brings out the elegance of women. Green academy plays together with soft and hard pink. The interesting contrast represent the impact. Then, the ultimate vision of women is to make sure that all women are empowered to participate in and influence society. With the support of women personal development and proper access provided, women are all empowered to love themselves. Lastly, I would like to teach everyone here the international help sign. Women, please seek for help if you need. Also, I would like to send this message to women all around the world with all the languages I know.
Kita semua dalam kesusahan ini bersama-sama.
Women are all in this together. At the very end of this presentation, I would like to share a little story on how I started this project, Women. Since young, my mother always told me about how my grandmother was abused and hit by my grandfather, causing permanent injuries on her body like partly death and organ infections. The story always breaks my heart, knowing how bad women were treated at that generation. Then last year when semester started, it was when the COVID pandemic happened. I started seeing different domestic violence news during the pandemic. And I was questioning, why is this still happening on this generation? Is that what we had done for women empowerment right now is not enough? I realized I had to make a difference with all I can. So by creating Women and doing this presentation here, I wish everyone realized this issue. In memory of my grandmother, I wish domestic violence will never happen again. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Eva, for your passionate presentation.